pen friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Devin, and for today's video I'm really excited to talk to you guys about a planner that I think may be one of the best planners that you can use in 2020. The kind folks over at Clever Fox sent me a planner of theirs to try out, so today we'll be going over its features, some things that I think are really unique about this planner, and my overall thoughts. This is a fairly new company. They've only been in business for about 2 years, and in such a short amount of time I feel like they've been able to design and create some really beautiful planners. This is their 13-week Ultimate Achievers planner, but they also do other planners like 12-month daily planners, budget planners. They do dotted notebooks for the bullet journalers out there. So they have a lot of awesome stuff going on, but today we're going to focus on their 13-week planner. This planner comes in 7 different colors. I chose the onyx, and I thought that it looked really elegant with the rose gold Clever Fox emblem on the front cover. It is a hardcover planner, but I think what's interesting about it is it has sort of a textured feeling to it. It's almost like a textile material. I would almost say cloth bound, but it's not quite that. It's really interesting. I don't know if you guys will be able to pick up on it, but there's sort of like a vertical and horizontal striation that's happening. Talking a little bit more about its design, it does have an elastic closure as well as a pen loop. It does have a little pocket in the back if you want to store your stickers, because it does come with stickers as well. It also comes with 3 bookmarks. 2 of them are labeled so that you can mark off your week, your day, and then you have a blank bookmark to mark off and easily find whatever page you're looking for. This planner uses 120 GSM paper, and I did do a pen test in the back here. I did use a variety of pens, so let's talk about the ones that I think performed really well. Pretty much all of them except for the Sharpie ultrafine point marker that I used did really well. There was some bleed through once I started to shade in with that color. And then also one of my fountain pens, my Kaweco Rose Gold All Sport. There was a little bit of bleed through once I started to shade in with that as well. But all of my other pens seem to do really well. I'm not going to be shy about using fountain pens in this planner. I think I'll just be a little bit cautious if I'm coloring things in or, you know, outlining over certain things. I love that it comes in this premium box. It really feels nice, and it could be something that you use to keep like little mementos or keepsakes. This is a box that you could definitely use again. It also comes with a planner guide, which I found super useful in first setting up my Clever Fox planner. So when you first open up your Clever Fox planner, there will be a page for you to write your name just in case it's lost. Someone can return it to you, and then it goes straight into the goal setting. So the whole premise behind this planner is that they believe that 13 weeks is the most optimal time frame in order for you to do any sort of goal setting, and of course to be able to achieve those goals. They actually give you 5 pages to set up 5 different goals. So on the left side you have where you can define your goal, your milestones, and really start getting a good idea of what your goal is really gonna look like when it's broken down into steps. And then on the right side there's a mind map brainstorm area. Initially when I first set up this planner, I started with the left side and then moved on to the right side with the mind map. I would actually recommend starting with the right side first. At least in my experience when setting up this planner, I found that my mind works a little bit better in that space where I can sort of spread out all of my thoughts and then go back to the left side and organize it into like the milestone 1, milestone 2, 3, 4, and at the very bottom you can account for an accountability partner as well as a reward for when you reach that goal. And then you have your space for your monthly calendar, and they give you 4 empty undated months to fill out. I went ahead and started setting up for December, so pretty straightforward stuff right here. I just filled in my December calendar, and then I went ahead and started transferring over some of the deadlines that I set for those milestones over into my December calendar. Then you have your week overview. So I'm just going to share with you guys my first week in this planner, and at the top you have your week's milestones. So I thought this was really clever because they provide space for you to write out your milestones, but then at the very end of that line, you can write in the number of what milestone that goal corresponds to. So if you flip back over to your goals, my first goal, goal number 1, is to launch my podcast. So any milestones that are related to that particular goal, I can sort of coordinate over here. Below that, you can see what milestones focus on what areas of life. So again, I really like that. And then you have your work to-do list, your personal to-do list, and a section to track your habits or skills. On the right side, you have your end of week review. So this includes answering questions like, did I reach all of my milestones? What were my 3 biggest wins? What made me happy? What did I learn? How do I feel about my progress? And how will I make next week even better? I think these are all great questions in reflecting on how your week went and how you can better prepare for the following week. And then at the very bottom of that page, it has a little checklist for if you reviewed for the week, if you've refreshed your goals, and have you planned for the following week. Moving into the daily spreads, it starts off with a morning review. So you have a space to put your affirmation, what you're grateful for, and what you're excited about. And those are 3 very powerful statements to set up a really great intention for the day. So I think they did a really good job with that. And they're really encouraging that life balance, which I can appreciate. So they have a section for you to fill out an activity for health and fitness, personal development, family and friends, fun recreation, spiritual, and your relationship. You also have a section for your work and personal to-do list, a little dot grid at the bottom for jotting notes, quotes, anything like that. And then on the right side at the very top, you have a space for your main goal and your priorities. And then they also include a quote, which I think is great because motivation, we all need it. And then you have a space for your schedule starting from 5 a.m. all the way to 10 p.m. And at the very bottom, you can reflect on your wins as well as how you're going to improve for tomorrow. So I like that they kept this section really small because you can very quickly jot down a few bullet points on each of those sections, and then it can be something that you'll reference for when you do your weekly end review. I've had this planner for a little over 2 weeks, and from my initial impression, I can say from the packaging to the planner itself, as well as like the stickers and the planner guide, that it's a very strong planner if you're doing any sort of goal setting. I think this is a really well thought out planner, so if you're trying to decide what planner you want to use for 2020, I would recommend looking into this one. Or if you're doing Christmas shopping, I think this would make a really great gift just from the presentation standpoint. It makes it super giftable along with the stickers that it comes with and the instructional guide. I think any planner or stationery enthusiast would love to find this planner under their tree this Christmas. I know I would. Which brings me to a very exciting announcement. Clever Fox actually has offered to give away one of their planners to you, so please check out the description box for all of the details for a chance to win one of their superbly awesomely designed planners. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with a pen friend who you think might also enjoy it. You guys can also connect with me over on Instagram. My username is @DevinLou with 2 N's and 2 U's. I normally upload here on my channel every Thursday evening, but going forward into the rest of December with all of the holidays that are coming up and family gatherings that I'm anticipating, I will be uploading every Friday morning. So that's going to be a slight change in our upload schedule. So make sure you are subscribed and you have your notifications turned on, that way you don't miss any of my videos. For more pen and paper goodness, feel free to check out these 2 videos linked here on the screen. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.